Welcome everyone. We are live now. This race between Nevny and Oats. Forget the Super Metroid map rando intro. This is Nevny versus Oats. So it should be a great race. This is also going to be the last race of the Season 3 season of the leaderboard. Because map rando has been doing seasons. Which is worth mentioning that this is different settings from the tournament. So this is the start with nothing, random start type of settings. Not saving the animals today, so all we have to focus on is the action. They're going to build up items, they're going to kill the G4 bosses, and we'll see who comes out the victor. Maybe not the headline story of the race room. Let's see, it's 20 entrants, because I had to drop. The other side story is Nitro and Eddie are about 10 points apart for first place on the leaderboard. And they're off. The quick croc check. We're on the left side of the spikes. And Big Pink. It's always Big Pink. Sounds pretty quiet to me. Maybe that's just me.
You suck.
No, intentionally quiet. We had to keep them quiet because we're going to be playing with alerts on. Gonna have some fun here, but their alerts are just too loud. We gotta keep it balanced around those. Defaults is a little bit higher. Quite a bit higher. I guess I need to turn up NevD. So the seed, we got all the classic big start hub rooms. Bubble Mountain, Big Pink, a nice map here. We'll see who's better at right side.
It sucks.
Why does Oats have that in his alert? He should know we can't run that one. Okay, so we get charge as an item, and then also below Bubble Mountain, but this might be the hoppers? This is the hoppers, so good luck to Nevdi. About to take a death. There is a way to get past the hoppers without getting hit.
Dude.
Okay. The tricky part is when he dies on the way out. Oh, gravity suit! That's exactly what he needed. He was absolutely dead without that gravity suit.
Oh, okay,
See, he just took that hit. They do like 120 damage. Classic Nevdi. He goes for a trick above his skill level and gets rewarded. So I think we're going to see a different race here. It would actually make a lot of sense for Oats to go for that major. I believe Oats is aware of the way to avoid the hoppers. It's just really, really hard. And I don't think anyone's consistent at it. I'm probably the most consistent. But I die about half the time, so get hit. If Oats gets another E-tank, then you'd go straight for the major.
If I lose to Emmett, it's over.
Emmett is in the race. Emmett... I don't feel like Emmett did so hot point-wise this season. He's sub 2k. So that is how Emmett is battling for his life. Emmett has to get over 2k, so he has to place well. The leaderboard is on race time. Pretty much every race on SpeedGaming is run through race time now.
Yep, they're spiffy.
And if you rank the races, then they're worth points. And like, that's what we mean whenever we're talking about points here. And just unfortunately, the tournament races are not worth points. So Nifty runs into two majors. One is behind missiles. How did this situation happen where Oates has supers and missiles?
He goes for it.
And he goes for it. So we're playing alerts because this is the last race of the season, of season 3. So we got some good runners, and we're gonna have fun. They like having their alerts on. We reference alerts all the time. There's the tomatoes line. Hopefully we get a ranch. We are on Oats right now. Nibdy has his own set of alerts. But Nibdy's audio balancing, maybe a little lower. Maybe a little less balance. Hopefully I haven't been missing things. Because it's hard to remember that you're the tracker. So ice.
This game fucking sucks. Ow, it sucks.
Oats needs to sanitize his alerts. If he wants to be on restream. So why don't you tell him that? Phaser. There's just certain ones where... Okay. We're off. SpeedGaming has rules. We're family friendly. The number of swears per minute has to be low. So we're on Nevdy now. And yeah, Nevdy has quiet game sound. I can turn it up a little bit. The race itself is kind of interesting. Where Oates ran into the ammo early and was able to do a lot of things. Speed booster, ice beam. But Nevdy got the very not safe to go for gravity suit. So Nevdy has a lead until these supers become like a massive issue. Phaser too. Okay, thanks. Thank you, chatters. Every time Oates stops to think, he's gonna focus on that major being left behind in Torian. The true problem is that it's a skill check item. If you're good enough, you can get it. I think there's a safe way to get out without getting hit too. You just have to place the power bomb very far left in the beta power bombs room. And you can do the Eddie strat of just ducking under the hoppers. But if you're like really practiced at all the hardest tricks.
Nifty finished? It's a fucking IKEA seed.
Oats on Nivdy's chat. That's the problem there. Yeah, there's like multiple ways to get through the blue hoppers without and live. Now Oats has the second E-tank, and so can just take the damage. Nibdy still doesn't have supers though. So that's kind of the meeting up point. Nibdy needs supers, Oats really needs gravity. You can't go the entire seed without gravity. It's like sometimes you can finish without it, but okay. So there's Nebby supers. I think this means we'll only be a little bit apart. Like the time it takes for us to get back to Meridia. Gonna take another save. Yeah, Speed was in Meridia. I forget where that was too. If you are interested in tracking or otherwise helping with the restream, this is run through the Map Rando Discord. So you can either watch for the weekly races channel when they get pinged, sent out, or otherwise ask around how to help. Let's see if Oates even gets hit leaving. He placed the power bomb really far left, so maybe he knows. Okay. So all you do, he's doing the spike damage isn't going to last long enough. If he left a Hopper alive, maybe that would have worked. But he actually, what he wanted to do was to just run out and hold down, because he had enough runway to avoid a hit that way. Instead, he went for the damage boost. But spike iframes don't last long enough. Okay, so let's get back to this. Try empty some. What am I doing? Getting lost in my windows. Thank you, Shinrir, with the raid. Big raid. Big raid, big event, big feature presentation here. Oates and Nevdi battling it out for their leaderboard position.
In no way did you see how quickly his health dropped. Jesus Christ, Nefty. Please be careful. Oh my god.
We are on Nevdi's audio right now. Oates is taking huge pauses, I must say. Possible they're fiddling with the alerts. Because I have started getting mad at them. That's what they're worried about. I'll get mad. Get canceled from SpeedGaming, all three of us. But we did see Speed. It's to the bottom right of Meridia. So I think that's where Oates is going. Then we get Plasma in the sandpit. So pretty good item loadout right now. We got a strong beam. Yeah, Oates is going to Speed right now. And this means he'll be behind pretty much the time it took to go back to Torian, get Gravity, and then return back to Meridia. So whatever that is in minutes is about the difference between them. Like all of this Meridia exploration. He's pausing again. At 184, I think you barely have enough health to get the supers in Cathedral. But that's not safe. I don't really think he'll do it. I remember there was one monthly seed where the Cathedral lava item was part of the route. And so some of us got really good at grabbing it. And it took just under 200 health. With gravity, it's going to speed you up in the lava, but with speed, it's going to throw off your jumps. Other comment about points is that's often how I decide who gets restreamed here. Like I go for a point minimum threshold to come on. Sign that you know what you're doing. And then I try to match up runners who have similar points. But then Season 3 hasn't been super great for that because there haven't been too many Season 3 races. I think most of the runners are still in the 20 to 30 range. And in Season 2, a lot of us were at 100 by now, by the end of the season. Wave here for Oats. Nifty doing pretty tough trick. It's something you do want to learn. It could be a little bit higher. This is the same thing that comes up a lot in Mama Turtle Room to get on top of the grapple block. And that might be the most common place to see it.
You suck.
Oh no. Image commentary coming in. He had 20 power bombs to try this with. Not really improving. Plasma for Oats. Oof. Took the reset. We're going to call that a bad time loss. Ignoring how much time was actually spent. But that's going to even it out a lot. I'm starting to worry that the seed is too linear, like in your decision making. But if they're close, then Oats has the movement advantage. Oats can just outrace them. Grapple? Grapple will get you through the room. Grapple also does not have a place on my tracker. So all the majors are going to be everything that's on the tracker plus Grapple X-Ray. But because Grapple X-Ray are on the HUD, they don't have a place on the tracker. You can always tell if they have the item or not. And that only becomes an issue when you're trying to count majors. Is he heading back? Yep. Blinded his answer. That is the Nevdi way through this room. Maybe Oats can pull off the trick. But Nevdi got through by blinding. The map is this way. So I'm going to leave the Metroid alive. You see that very commonly. Because Metroids are good for farming resources. This map location is one of the weird ones where Phantoon can actually be up here at the top of Bryn Shaft. And then the map would be the bottom door next to the Eticoons. It is possible. Finding a save, though, makes up a lot of the time of Phantoon not being here. And then not going to check the missile door because Phantoon's not going to be behind a missile door. Okay. Oats' turn. Only has 6. So it leaves right away, and that means it's going to not take the time loss of trying. Mother Brain located. This wrecked ship, kind of bad. We got a grapple here, and that was it. Ammo otherwise. I guess they had the thought of just clearing out a small region. That might be the most common reason you would go into a wreck ship early. It's just to clear it out because it's small. It's always going to be the smallest region. But I think it's... My recent understanding is that criteria can be smaller. If it would otherwise be a wreck ship that had the landing site in it. I think it's just... I think criteria is whichever region has a landing site, no matter how big it is. It's going for it. 7 tries. No. No. Close, but not quite high enough. Gets it. So try number 4. Then you get a power bomb refill here. Nicely done. Switch back to oats. We have game sound again. You gotta give it some time so that the alert spam ends. Well done, Oats. It is a hard trick. It's one of those things that you should try hard to learn, because there's situations where you can do it. It lets you through a room with effectively 1 fewer major. And tricks like that are really important to learn when you're racing. It just enables more options. So he sees the grapple location, probably gonna go for that. Has a save right below it. So that'd be a nice reset. I believe it's an expert. Bouncing on the powerbomb like that. Nebdy up to 25 supers. 25, 25, 25. No boss kills yet, though. Interestingly enough. New map! So surely we get boss info here. See? Ridley? GT Ridley. That's a combo that comes up often. That may have been Caterpillar Room. If it is, that'd be a forced GT. If it's forced GT into Ridley, then you pretty much need Variasuit. But also looks like you go criteria first anyway. They already know where Mother Brain is. So where the end of the seed is known, and you can plan around that. The other nice thing is if you also know Ridley, then you can manage your health and ammo situation too. Because you know where the deadline is for health and ammo. Aha. Yeah, they did say that they'd turn them off if we complained. I did complain through chat. There's a bit too much language in Oats' alerts for SpeedGaming. But it was fun while it lasted. And you got to experience the alerts that everyone talks about. So we have Shack Tool digging along. Is it? Okay, revealing to me. Yes, that is GT required. Unless you want a G mode past it. GT required for Ridley. The simple explanation of these settings is tournament settings without starting with anything and G4 bosses. What's the long form explanation? You can check out the settings on maprando.com. There's a preset. Right now it's Season 3, no animals, I think. I think that's the official name. But all the races that you see raced here, the big presets are going to be on the main website. And then the less commonly raced presets, like the custom, some individual wants their own preset. That may get passed around, but it's something that is supported by MapRando now. Custom presets. So the objective is the G4 bosses. We just don't happen to have any killed yet. You kill the 4 bosses, then you go to Mother Brain. There's a gate blocking the way. Like, instead of the statue room, there's just an added gate. Then after that, you have to do the escape. The escape timer is tied to how many rooms you have to go through. There's some calculations run to get a timer. We have random start. They started in Croc's room. And then no one decided to fight Croc. Just wasn't necessary. Normally MapRando has, like baseline MapRando has every room used once and every item placed once. In these settings, there are 4 additional super packs and 4 fewer missile packs. No, not going that way, Oats. It's probably technically possible, especially if he wants to Crystal Flash. You could go up Worst Room, because you can Shine Spark up. But I doubt we see that. Here's where I would strongly suggest turning off Ice Beam. If you grapple kill the farm bugs, you have to shoot 5 times and then plus another to get the drops. Or you can shoot them with not ice. Kill them in one shot. The other thing I wanted to say is that supers do double damage to Mother Brain. And so that's why final ammo is usually around 40-30. 40 missiles, 30 supers. And that's going to be different from Dash and Varia Randomizer. Because they have a higher super count in the pool instead. It looks like we're in different regions. Charge beam located. That is the on-time charge beam. Right when you're this close to being ammo go mode. But charge is actually really nice to have because of that required GT. Charge plasma is extremely strong against GT. Like, if you didn't have it, you would spend all of your ammo on GT, and then have nothing for Ridley. I guess I didn't even think about that part. I said you needed Varia to do that, but if you were on 30 supers, you'd have to, like, bring GT within a super of his life, and then farm everything back. So get a Kraid. Kraid located. I feel like I haven't been, or don't have a good sense of how the regions are connected, unfortunately. That's a boss kill. I'm probably missing majors too. This is some top level Super Metroid map randomizer. Oats and Nevdi. I guess I'd have to stop and look up their official placements on the leaderboard. I feel like Nevdi's usually top 10. Oats is a little higher. Nebty is 4th. Oats is 7th. Self-corrected. Base. Okay, thank you. I looked away. Although he can Crystal Flash here. We have Spring Ball with an item, Dragon at the bottom. And that means we, the audience, know everything. 82. I don't actually know. Do you even live that? Okay. That was impressive. Who goes for that? Why do you think you can live that? That's so risky. Just go for the Crystal Flash. But he does it. I'm not sure he knew it was an E-Tank. Might have checked on the way in, but yeah, that E-Tank is going to refill your energy. Pause abuse keeps you from dying. And then before the death check comes back, you get topped off. I'd absolutely go for the Crystal Flash there. And then have no ammo at all. Dual Majors. Who gets the better one? Vote quickly. Screw attack. This is BT. BT's major. What is it? Morph bombs? Morph bombs, yes. Does not want them. The map tells him that it's a holodot, which is either an E-Tank or a reserve tank. If it's a reserve, you don't get the health refill. There's even an ammo refill here right outside. So it wouldn't have cost like anything to Crystal Flash. Just had to save that little bit of time and show off for the stream. Nebty gets a secret item. Only those who are paying attention know what it was. Right next to the ship. I thought he was at the ship for a while. Could have got that sooner, maybe. But Nebty gets it now. The secret item. So Nebty has Charge, Varia, Speed, Gravity, Full Beam. So this is full go mode. The interesting oh, what was that? Dang it. Spring Ball, okay. This is my chat participation trick. Oh, what was that? I didn't see it. Can anyone help me out? So I suppose he had morph bombs. I was just thinking that Nebty's movement's not very good. Just gonna leave that how I said it. And Oats has space. Like space is really strong. But Spring Ball is gonna help in a few situations. Oh right, he didn't grab it. Why is it marked? I saw it, so I marked it. That's what happened. But he didn't actually pick it up. I was too excited about BT having bombs. Yeah, there's just a few rooms that you can't do without certain movement items. So it's going to be helpful to have Spring Ball for Spring Ball jumps. I guess we're saying that they both have to do what the other has done, because I've decided that you need Charge Varia to finish the seed. But Oats is crazy, so maybe he can make it work. Like how he made that grapple kill work. That was just... That wasn't going to happen, but he needed it to, so it did. Missed the setup, but got the kill anyway. But Nevdi has the good items, still has to go through Norfair for the two bosses, Kraid and Dragon. And it was kind of a big Norfair, so we won't know how close they are to each other until they're both done with Ridley, pretty much. Unless Nevdi feels like going Ridley right now. And he is. So we're not going to know until they're going to Mother Brain. So then the way it plays out, one runner gets the good items first, the other gets the boss info first, or boss kills first, objective clears. The longer that you have the good items, the more time you're saving. So they're going to be doing the same things, but Nebdi's going to be doing them faster. Nebdi turned around pretty much as soon as he got Bringle. Varia, yeah. He got Varia suit and then turned around and already had charge. Switch it back to the runner in the lead. Ridley comes through. Ridley at an appropriate volume now. Right. So Charge Varia are in criteria. And the big obstacle of the seed is you have to do GT Gold Torizo directly into Ridley. And that's just not realistically possible without Varia Charge. If you have one or the other, then there's still problems. So you need both. Varia is directly next to the ship. I don't really know where Charge was, but I'm sure we'll see it. Nevdi just has to clear Norfair. It has Kraid and Dragon. We already know where Mother Brain is. It's in Wreck Ship. They both did Wreck Ship early and didn't get much out of it. So the overall race that has 20 runners, maybe not. They're not on top. But between the two of them, it looks like Nevdi has a pretty good lead. Starting from that early plate of gravity that he barely somehow survived. And then I think going criteria before Norfair just works out better. The difference, I guess what happened, how they split criteria and Norfair, is that Oates didn't have the Brinstar map. So he blinded into Norfair without the Brinstar map. So what's the plan? He sees Norfair. I mean, he sees Ridley. It looks impossible. So I guess he's counting majors. If the assumption is true that this GT Ridley is impossible, then I expect that he goes looking for more items. Right down. Maybe Nevdi has alerts off too now. Oh yeah, the Fantoon as well. I forgot about that. Just as well. You have to go criteria. They're feeling all that close together. Base jump. Nibdi has the higher current points. That makes him favored. That's how it works. Yeah, there it is. It's a long run back to Dragon. But after Dre, it's just the long run to Mother Brain, then the long run to the ship. Doesn't even need that E-Tank. Pretty unrealistic to blind both bosses in Norfair. Not impossible, because you could go south route first. And I could see you running into Dragon that way. Just believe it. Believe hard enough that it goes like double elevator. But it's more likely that you get Kraid and then Map than Dragon. I feel like we did see Nevdi spend a lot of time in Criteria. But again, Oats is here. Has to get Fantoon, Charge, and Varia. Like, has 35-30, doesn't matter. You have GT plus Ridley. You need it. You need double your health and double your ammo. And that's the problem. Quiet. Although that might be my fault. I could just turn him up. If it doesn't also have alerts going, I could just turn him up. But, oh well. I could press this other button to switch to someone who has the louder audio. Let's see if this quick kill looks more proper. This should be a microwave quick kill. Microwave is just going to be faster than grapple. So it's microwave because... So plasma... Your shot doesn't explode with plasma, so it can keep hitting. You're supposed to do an upshot, I believe. It matters. But you just use X-ray to pause time until Dragon's iframes go away. And then you replay time, takes another hit, pause time. And that is the microwave trick. It's only good in a handful of situations. Fantoon and Dragon are the big ones. And there's also like Metal Pirates conditionally. There's Charge. Charge is in this random hallway. That's a very tricky space jumping from Nevdi. Pointing it out after it happened, so no one gets to see it. But the Lower Norfair elevator room, the fireballs, they linger. So the hitboxes are pretty hard to avoid. You saw that he went really low through the entire room to avoid them. Yeah, fireballs lingering just like Fantoon fireballs linger. And it takes a lot of practice to avoid that. So Mother Brain is in... Oh, right, the killer. I'm the tracker. So Mother Brain is in Wreck Ship. It's good to know, but going Wreck Ship early was most likely a time loss. And if you don't God Route the Seed, it's hard to beat 20 racers. Okay, this is at the ship. I'm sure Fantoon's not too far away. I know that Varia is close. There's Nevdi's problem room. The the room he spent so much time in and had to give up. We have ice. We can Zeb skip. Mudbrains 3 is going to be skipped. So it's the baby cutscene, the hyper beam fight. It's just something that we decided to disable for races and most of the presets. Now, Rando has a lot of options, but that one's usually off. You can do it, Nevdi. You've trained for this. Oh no, he's stuck. I don't know how he did that. I don't think the second Rinka was close enough. So I have no idea what happened. But he did get out. It's Backtune down. New tech. Spin in place tech. You can name it after Nevdi if he wants. Ask him if he wants it. As soon as he comes in for interview. So not going to get hit. No problem. You still damage down to 3 tanks because of the Rainbow Beam. Mother Brain 2 doesn't end until like this Rainbow Beam happens. You live it. But we're going to skip the rest. And then it's into the escape. So we can guess a number. I don't have a good guess. But feel free to say a number. You have to go through most of Wreck Ship. Kind of all of Brinstar. Maybe half of Brinstar. All of Criteria. Not all of Criteria. Okay. See it outs. Switch it back. Does Nevdi have alerts enabled? Didn't sound like it. Meridia was in there? I guess I forgot about that. I sure hope it says Varia. Okay, skipping Varia. Okay, so Oats, he can either keep his ammo full, and that's probably enough drops to survive, to get health bombed on GT, and then you'd have enough for Ridley. Or he can damage down after GT and Crystal Flash. And then this is enough health for either. But if you're looking at the race room and there's already finishes, he's probably not feeling so great either way. It's unfortunate that Vario is pretty close to the required path, though. Just a few rooms away from ship. I suppose he doesn't know about high jumper bombs, but that would have been pretty good odds if you get Varia. So, if it was intentional major skip, I think I'd disagree. And hopefully he knows what's coming up. Because you don't want to be ill-prepared for this fight. It'd be flying through. Look at all this time left. Over 30 seconds on the timer remaining. Nifty with the sub 50, sub 49. Gonna finish first place on the restream. GG's to Nifty. That is 3rd overall. First place was Nito. I don't know how Nito does it, but he finds ways to win.
You suck.
There we go. I didn't mark him done. Whoops. I got distracted. I waited because I knew it was coming. So attention to Oats, especially because Nevdy's done. But how does he pull this off? I was saying you can get a lot of energy here, drops. Yeah, that was about 2.5 E-tanks of drops. The Ridley fight, you need about 4. Like 3 plus 1. So he's about an extra. An extra full E-tank. Ooh, gets hit. You can take a hit. You don't even need to jump into the claw. You just need to... No, you're fine. That's a lot of energy. Just a tiny bit of energy. Oh my god. How did he calculate that to the single number? Went down to 1 energy and did not waste reserves. Didn't even need to. I know it's easy for us, because he already did it earlier with the E-Tank in Beat Hall. I didn't think it could be done, but he has a way. He's probably run each of these rooms a time or two. Joined here by Nevd, winner of the 1v1. GG.
GG, thank you.
GG.
No time.
We did have some fun with the alerts for a time.
Let's go. I'm happy. I'm happy that it wasn't too bad. I think hopefully you could have switched between Oats and I to balance it out.
That was my plan. Like one of you would get out of control, switch to the other.
Yeah.
But at some point we did have Oats like cut alerts. So.
Oh, okay. It was too much. Yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah, felt good. I mean, I can't. I overall played very well, except for just going wreck ship. I think I can't get first or second when I do wreck ship because it looks like Eddie and Nito.
That's kind of how I see it. Yeah.
So I felt maybe if I could like end the bosses, but you just do all the maps anyway. So there was no way to get it with wreck ship first.
A big point was that early gravity suit. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Pretty surprised it was there. I knew I could get it and get out and then refill on the crabs. When it was gravity, I kind of got a little bit relaxed on leaving the side hoppers and took a hit. But I think if it wasn't gravity, I can get out and just put my head down. Spiffy showed me that actually. So that's the only reason I went for it. I knew I could get out with that major without taking a hit.
Yeah. Basically just want to put the power bomb further left so that you have enough runway.
Okay.
The normal spot is too far to the right. Yep. That's actually what we saw Oats do, but then at the last second decided to go for a spike damage boost for iframes, and then that didn't work.
Okay.
But the bigger thing was he came back later for it.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, he did some of Meridia first, and then came back. And then there's a big gap.
Okay. Sounds like he played a different seed, but it looks like Oats went to wreck shoot first as well because it was completed on his map.
Yes.
So
yes.
At least that's good.
The other huge difference was Oats went to Norfair before Criteria.
Yeah, maybe he felt bad about coming back to gravity, so he picked Norfair instead. Or it was closer, I can't remember.
He blinded Norfair. That's what happened. Didn't have the
Huh?
brimstone
Wait, how? That's actually crazy.
Yeah, he went a long
Maybe
time
I
without the
missed-
Brinstar map.
Okay. Well, I can't see that route. I'd have to have a look back and see how that happened.
Oh,
That's weird.
Lopter has a point. Logically, I think you're expected to roll into the blue hopper room because there's a bug there where it doesn't logically think you get hit if you roll into the room, essentially.
What's the big side hoppers?
Yeah, the Torian hoppers.
What do you mean roll in? You can roll into it?
Well, you can, but there's a bug on just Samus State, like map rando logic stuff. Yeah, we found it a few days ago. Got it fixed. Ready for 118.
Yeah,
That is not the seed.
Yeah, I just wish that Wreckship had something, or like, I don't know. That's the only thing I'm thinking of, because otherwise it felt like really good for me. I mean, I'll compare with the people who went to Wreckship first, I suppose. See, it's like I think I had all maps 154 balls. I felt like very refreshed and good for this one, so pretty excited for next season and seeing what these step changes are going to do and everything. I think it's a pretty cool point right now in map render. We've got finals on in 2 days or something like that.
Yeah, Friday night.
And then,
I haven't been plugging that enough.
Yeah. And then a week leads to the new settings, and we all get to muck around and see what we want to do.
To mention all the changes. Should I say the plandomizer that Lopter's working on? It's very cool. And it's got open new possibilities ways to play.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, chilling here and wait for Oates to be done. See if he wants to jump in.
It's close. Yes, that's the plan. This will be the last. Why is he? Okay. He just stopped. This is gonna be the last race of season 3. I was saying for weeklies, but everyone seems to have taken that to mean like entirely, and the season's over after this. So maybe that's what happens. Then we'll be into off season where we try out new settings and have fun on the restream.
Yeah, that'll be exciting, I think, especially the restream stuff. Just seeing, new settings, what people want to do, and what works and what's cool.
Yeah, I think on top of like new settings, we could have just fun settings, different difficulties.
Yeah.
That's Oates on the ship. GG Oates. This is 9th place. Unfortunately, gonna lock in a 9th place. Gonna hit his score kind of hard. So it's a 57-24. So the order of finishers, we have Nito, Eddie, Nevdi, Nitro, Spiffy, Tillamorph, Techno Waffle, Super Sponge, Oats and Goats. Any guesses how Nito is passing Eddie? Like, I think Eddie would have the good route to finish ahead of by so much.
Yeah, he did. I think we're just talking briefly in Eddie's chat to see. Yeah, it looks like the big point of the seed was the Sandpit Major into Wreckship, and others just went Brinstar. I think Nitro and I are the first of the two to finish the Wreckship route, and then Nito Eddie did the Brinstar one. Pretty cool seed though. I like that. Felt really good.
I guess one other difference we saw was Oats had supers very early, and you took like, a bit of time to get them. Got yours out of Cathedral.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried with my save scum. I just didn't want to. Once I didn't get enough power bombs at the crabs, I was like, oh, these are probably just going to be PBs at what do you call it? GT screw attack item. Yeah, I'm guessing that's where the supers were for Oats. Was it the screw attack?
Don't actually
So
know.
there was an X there. Yeah, if you got him a lot
Must have
early,
been.
that could have been it.
It was in Torian.
It wasn't. Okay, that's probably the one. Yeah, that's it. There's just a lot of health refilling to do, and with the save, I'm just like less inclined to worry about that. I just sort of go to the zone and get some info. And when I saw the map was there, I felt pretty confident that I could just get what I needed. It was good.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, we're joined directly by Oats and Goats. GG.
GG's.
Good
GG
hustle.
Nevy.
GG Oats.
So, I assume no one else did what I did?
You had some crazy plays, must say. But what
Yeah,
are you referring to?
Just running. Just never stop running. I wanted to single sell it for the final race of the season, and I certainly did that. And especially, okay, stop, guys. I especially did that when I forgot I could Crystal Flash, but at least
That would happened.
yeah, I forgot.
At which point, there were 2 points where your health went to about 1, and you survived.
Yeah, I guess probably both times, but in particular when I went for the map, because I did the YOLO arcade shine spark through the door, and then that didn't turn out so good for me. But yeah, I assume everyone didn't do the stupid route and went to Criteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what Nebdi was saying.
I think so. We're trying to talk in others' chat and find out. The winners, Nito, Eddie, like first two they avoided Wreck Ship. So they just went Brinstar C. And then Nitro and I went Wreck Ship, Brinstar C. And then I think you went Wreck Ship, Brinstar Norfair, which is unfortunate. which is the worst one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean at the time, it didn't seem bad, but yeah, like I said, I was entertaining myself with that one. That was fun.
Yeah, I don't really think there's any like Criteria has ship and you need to know where that is, but Norfair's closer. I don't really know if there's anything deeper than that. I think it just is what it is. Maybe Ridley changes it. I don't know, but you just got about as screwed as you could have gotten, I think. So that's pretty much all it is.
Yeah.
We did get some impressive clips, like as we were talking about, the E-Tank grab, getting the Ridley drops.
Oh yeah, that was a little scary. I thought there was like a room in between GT and Ridley, so I just went for it without saving for a while. And yeah, that was bad. I was a little bit concerned about that, but
you're not even playing properly. You're just out here to try and get clips. You're like, oh, let's get
pretty much.
Varia.
I was just farming clips. Like, did people get Varia?
Yeah, it was in Criteria. It was like just to the left of the ship. It was like very close. Yeah. When I tuned in, I saw no Varia. I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on here?
It made it more fun. It was good.
Exactly. But yeah, that's the end of the season. That's it. Got 118 tomorrow. Then we got the grand finals, which I think we're both casting Oats, and then I'll see obviously you're playing, and then a fun Saturday weekly, whatever that's going to be.
Yeah.
Pretty cool times.
Any plans for the new season, or what's going on with that?
No, not yet. I guess we just got to talk to everyone, really. I think we've been playing so much Rando and so much SM since probably SG last year. So it's been pretty full on. I think a lot of people have wanted a bit of a break. So I think we're just going to use the off-season time to just come up with some cool settings that everyone wants. But honestly, at the moment, nothing really except for probably hard tricky and probably some boss objectives. But the rest, yeah, we'll have a discussion with everyone and work it out.
Yeah, sounds good. Maybe a little bit of a break and then reignite it maybe in the end of summer, fall for like maybe a tournament or something. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
But
good idea.
nonetheless, yeah, good fun.
Yep, it's about the state of things. So I guess anything else you want to bring up before we just end it here?
No, other than just thanks everyone for a fun season. This was fun with the tournament and everything, and there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes with all this, with the devs and the tournament organizers and planners and everything. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad that this is still going strong. And hopefully, after a little bit of a break, we can reignite it with a little more competitiveness and have fun the next season.
Yeah, I agree. Sounds good. And I'll add to that, good luck, Aussie. You must stop Eddie. He's getting so annoying to be around. He's so egotistical. Smash him. Get him. Good luck on the weekend.
I didn't want to say that, but now that you said it, yes, I agree. So +1 on that. Please win. Thank you.
Got it. Understood.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
That thanks both of you for coming on for this end of season race. We had a lot of fun with your alerts, especially the oats alerts.
I was trying to mute those, as time was going on. Sorry.
It's all good. It's a good race, good race to end season with, and with that, we're gonna be done here with the Super Metroid Map Rando Community Weekly Race. But keep it on your calendar. The grand finals for the Map Rando tournament, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Gonna be me, Aussie 101, against Eddie. Duking it out for the winner. You can find out who's gonna win that one. And then we'll see what happens after that. But that'll be it here. We're done. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, of course. And see you next mission.